working on a business, spending time with family, eating food, spending time to sleep and all that. You spend time and you burn yourself out sometimes. Many people say that, oh, there is no burnout. Burn what? There is burnout. People get tired doing this. You need to understand your own potential. You need to understand when you get tired. You need to understand when you've got full potential to keep going. All you have to do here is that we've got 7 days a week, all right? This is what I do. 4 days in that week, you have to push hard. Like you understand what I'm trying to say? When I say push hard, 12, 14, 16 hours a day of work. You need to go at it at such a pace, whatever you're trying to build, business, your workplace, or you want to get some extra tasks done, whatever it is. 4 days in a week, you have to put in the work like there is no tomorrow. Rocky, I hope most of you, all of you in fact, there is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. That's literally how you have to work for the 4 days in a week. 3 days, you have to, but you can slow down, all right? You have to give time for yourself as well, all right? Our body is like a machine. You have to slow down sometimes. You can't keep driving all the time. You can't keep driving all the time, if you know what I mean. Right, we're going in a different direction now. Anyways, what I'm trying to say here is that don't burn yourself out. Know your limits. Know where you kind of get tired. Know where you kind of, even if you push, even if you're there physically, you're not mentally completely there. All right? You're not able to completely put in the work in the right way. But if you get enough rest from 3 days a week, all right, you try to relax, you try to give time for yourself, you try to, slow the pace down a bit. But you're working even during that time, but you're kind of like taking it easy. That gives yourself your own, cycle some time to, get used to it, get back on track. And then it's going to be back on track, be back to work mode. And then 4 days in a week again. No offense, but most of you will not understand when I say hard work. When I say go hard, like real hard, I'm talking about like crazy hours. You need to put in the work in the right way. Even if you have a full-time job, get it done for 8 hours, come back home, 8 hours again. Whatever you want to build, on whatever business, whatever extra thing you want to do. If you haven't thought about it yet, think about it and do something which is going to set yourself apart from this crowd, right? Because eventually, this is going to sound so, I'd say corny or, cinematic, as if I'm in a movie or something, whatever, that your family depends on you. Even if they don't say it, you're a part of a bloodline. And if you're in your prime, 20s, 30s, or even 40s, let's say, you're in your form where you can put in the work. You can put in the work in a way that, your family gets a better lifestyle. The echelon goes up a bit. You need to do that. It's like a duty. Nobody is going to push you every single day to do that, but it's in our own, DNA, our bloodline. At least this is what I feel. You can't let your bloodline down. I know this sounds a bit old school, but you gotta do what you gotta do, man. You have to push hard in order to get things done. Even if you are worth a couple million right now, if your family is worth tens of millions of dollars, whatever, you have to push through, at least to get it one notch, like a notch above what it was before. You have to push through it. When you do this, even if you don't get appreciation from the people, from your family, or the people who witnessed you being at work or grinding hard for years, you yourself, your work ethic, as a person, you're gonna be a different guy when you put in the work that way. When you have your own family, you're gonna be respected. You're going to be respected by everybody, in fact, when you do this. You might be living a wealthy lifestyle. You might be living a mediocre lifestyle. You might be living a, the beginner kind of lifestyle, whatever. It's your responsibility to make sure that you and your family gets out of that situation. Let's say, for an example, this book right here. If this was burning hot right now, like literally burning right now, would I pick it up? Why? Because it's burning. I wouldn't. Why do I want to burn my hand for no reason? I'm not going to do that. I picked this up because this book ain't burning. If it was burning, bro, who would pick it up? Maybe someone high. Who knows? But whatever. All I want to tell you is that if you're in a situation where it feels like you can do better, you can get out of a situation in which you are and go at a higher level, a higher echelon, an even better place, an even better position. Do it. All it requires is relentless work. You have to be restless. You have to get things done. I think I've said this in previous videos as well. You need to have that sense of urgency to get things done. You need to have this. And remember, as I said in previous videos as well, my friend, I'm rooting for you. And I want you to win. Do it.